Hello, this is Randy Ripkey. I'm the owner of Accurate Messages and the developer of TASbiller Cloud. This is another in our series of Yes You Can videos. This one we'll be talking about raising rates, one of my favorite subjects. This is how I raise rates. It works for many of us. I hope it will help maybe give you some pointers or some ideas. I have definitely found it is much better to be ahead of the curve as far as maintaining a comfortable profit margin. Expenses have a habit of creeping up, especially payroll, and with what's on the horizon as far as raising the national minimum wage, there's a good reason to keep a nice comfortable margin there. And knowing your numbers, please watch my magic number video. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense to arbitrarily raise rates if you're not sure what your goal is, where your number needs to be. So do your homework. It's amazing how many times I work with customers and see their customers with a dollar per minute below cost. And it's just it's always a surprise. You're basically losing money on these customers, and I know it's hard to rationalize sometimes, but getting rid of that $1,000 a month account frees up your agents to spend more time on the profitable accounts. Every time I've raised rates, I may have lost a couple of customers, but I always wind up making more money with one or two fewer customers. Boiling the frog. So if you do have a low price customer you're trying to salvage, just gently raise the rate, but do it consistently. Every few months, whatever it takes, raise them 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever, and at least get them heading in the right direction. If they're a good account and they pay on time and they're not a problem with your agents, then sure, be gentle and make it work and try and work with them. If they're a problem account, it's always been my theory to raise them to what they should be, and if they leave, good, and if they don't leave, then at least I'm making profit on them. Global versus targeted. I'm more of a fan of targeted rate increases. I look at customers that need to be increased and raise those. I am doing a degree of global lately, and I'm using more of the invisible global rate increase by virtue of call rounding, and we'll discuss that in a few minutes here. There are fans of both methods. I'm also quite shocked by how often I see a answering service that's been in business for 10, 15, 20 years and has never raised their rates. And that's just shocking. With expenses increasing constantly, you've got to raise rates at least annually. Your customers will understand. Prices go up, especially labor. Timing is also very important. Make sure that your service agreements allow you to raise rates without having to give notice. Not too many of my vendors call me and ask me permission to charge me more. They just do it, and we should be working the same way. If our costs go up, we need to pass it along. Invisible rate increases, 28-day versus monthly, another controversial topic. I'm a fan of 28-day. There's a nominal profit benefit on this. The biggest benefit, as I see it, is leveling out the cash flow. I always have 2 payroll periods per billing period. When you're on monthly, twice a year, you're going to have a 3-paycheck month, and that just clobbers, that wipes out your profit for 2 months of the year. And that's just not fair for us as a business owner. And other business owners will understand that. I've never had anyone object to that once I explain it. Call rounding is a big thing lately, it seems. More and more answering services are rounding. Some are rounding to the full minute. I just started with 6-second rounding, and when I pushed that out a little over a year ago, I just sent out an updated terms and conditions, used the rounding, realized the benefit, and had zero pushback on that. This illustration, if you want me to send you a copy of the spreadsheet, just let me know. This is kind of a neat example of the effect of the different types of rounding and how much more revenue you can generate, and also how you can offer a lower rate to the customer, say $1.49 on full minute rounding, and still realize $2 a minute. So the customer's perception is you're at $1.49, where in reality, after the effects of rounding, you're at $2. Now the rounding is most obvious with customers that have short duration, a number of calls. Customers that have longer duration calls, the effect of the call rounding is much more nominal. Billing for system and hold time, another controversial one. Just be upfront about it. If the customer knows how you're charging and knows and understands you're charging for that system and hold time, then no problem. You don't want to be making the news like it says there. This is an example of how I choose customers to raise their rates. I run this report that shows me going lowest to highest, who needs a rate increase. And as you can see, these are all above my break-even points. They're all making money. Some of them are the larger accounts, and some might be seasonal. So you want to kind of look for that too. Make sure you're not looking at just one billing period where it's an exceptional month for them. You want to try to watch that annual average, and you don't want to raise someone just because they're having a bad month. And this is where the targeted rate increases, I think, work best. Well, thank you again. Any questions, as always, shoot me an email or give me a call. Thank you for watching my video. I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and subscribe to the TASbiller channel. Have a nice day. Thank you.